Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give our praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahawah Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and to the high priests and teachers that taught our apostles, and to the brothers that's out there putting their lives online, teaching this truth, and this Yahadamah from the Great Millstone Houston camp. And I'm gonna do a lesson on this video. A couple of brothers did a lesson on it. Of this sister right here. She's pretty much cooking. Uh, you know, talking about these people, how they gonna be like after they realize, they've been, they came across a man of the Lord, pretty much. And I'm gonna go ahead and just play it, so I don't be rambling. But this is fair use, fair use. I'm not getting paid for it. Just for educational purposes, for truth's sake. Here it is, check it out.
They're going to be really surprised. They are going to be really surprised when they finally find out who you were. All those who have come across you, they're going to be shocked that they literally had an angel in front of them and they didn't recognize you. You see, when the Father sent his two angels to Sodom and Gomorrah, they went as spies. You see, the two angels didn't look like angels. They looked like regular human beings. They looked like two men. And the inhospitable treatment that these two men received by a group of men trying to come into them intimately, but they didn't know who they were. You see, the Father often in the scriptures sends out spies. They are actually witnesses to the abominations, to the crimes. And when they find out who you are, they're going to be shocked. They're going to drop to their knees for forgiveness, because what's going to happen is, rolling through their mind, every ill word, every ill treatment, every backstabbing, every tactic of the enemy of manipulation, every abuse, physical, mental, sexual, spiritual, that's going to all come back to their minds. The Father's going to bring it back to their remembrance. And they're going to remember and be shocked of who you actually are. Yep. They're going to remember every single thing that they've done to you. They're going to beg to the Father not to destroy them for all of the acts that they committed against you. Yeah. So, judgment is being executed based upon the information that his servants gathered on the land. Y'all take care.
So there you have it, man. Hey, she was she was pretty much going in. Okay, and let's go into the meaning of angel. I had a screenshot on the chat, right? It has meaning of angel, Hebrew, malak. That's how you say, when you say king too, malak, right? Also meaning angel, Greek, angelos. Both mean messenger, right? So an angel can be a a heavenly spirit or a man sent with a message from Yahweh, right? So, hey, pretty much the men of the Lord, man, pretty much angels, okay? And let's get that in, back to let's go to, let's see, it's that second Esdras 1:37, let me see. Yeah, I'll start at 37. Second Esdras 1:37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have seen Slakia, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say, right? Reminds me of when Yahweh was telling Thomas that let's see, let's get it. Let's go, I'm gonna get it. Let's see. That's, I believe it was John 20, 29. Let me see. Let me see. Because that's when Thomas he didn't believe. You know what? So I like reading the red. Let's go to my other little letter, 20, 29. Oh man, this should already have it in red. Yeah, I just thought, just to get to the point, John 20 and 29, because this was John, he couldn't believe, Yahweh Shah came back. He arose from the grave, Thomas didn't, he was doubting about that. So let's get to the point, since I read that in, what's that I just read? I'm slacking. Man, my mind is, man, we need to get up out of here. Nah, slacking, man. What I was just reading. Oh, yeah. Second Esdras, the first chapter. When it says, but here's go. John 20 and 29. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. See that? So, hey, that's pretty much us, the prophets and the believers. We haven't seen them in this time, and we believe, right? We believe what he's done and what he's about to do. So, hey, we are going back into Second Esdras first chapter, right? But I'm gonna read it again. Second Esdras first chapter, the 37th verse. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say, right? Just, maybe we'll think of that John 20 and 29 we just read. And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that come for the east. And he's going to be the point right here going into, prophets were angels, messengers pretty much, considered as angels in this flesh, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Osea, which is Hosea, right? Amos, and Micaiah, Michael, Joel, Abdias, Obadiah, I believe, and Jonas, Nahum, Habakkuk, uh, Sophonias, which is Zacharias. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Yeah, Zephaniah, I believe. Or Zacharias, one of the two. Uh, Agus, uh, that's Haggai, Zechariah, right? So, okay, Zephaniah must be Zephaniah, okay? And Malachi, right? Which is called also, let me take this off here. Uh, yeah, there we go. I'm going to read it again. Unto whom I will give, 2nd Esdras 1 and 39, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Hosea, right? Amos, and Micaiah, Joel, Abdias, Obadiah, right? And Jonas, Nahum, and Habakkuk is Habakkuk, Sophonias, Zephaniah, Agus, if I'm saying it right, Agios, which is Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called, this is the point, which is called also an angel of Yahweh Ba'Shema Shai. So yeah, the prophets were angels, pretty much messengers. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get John, because you said, man, these people, they ain't gonna believe, you know. See, right now, we don't look like nothing to these people. Okay? We don't look like nothing to these people, man, but they're gonna find out soon. Okay? That's 1 John, Slacky. They're gonna find out what time it is. And I start at 2. 1 John 3 and 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh power, right? And it does not yet appear, see that, what we shall be, right? You know, because, you know, we don't look like we just, you know, men with our beards. Some of us got straggly beards. You know, we don't look like much of nothing. Look like bums, as the IUIC call us, you know, like to say. You know, Jim Mesby of the bum camp, right? But we know that when he shall appear, who is that he? That's Yahweh Shai. You know, when he shall appear, we shall be like him, right? For we shall see him as he is, you know. And every man that had this hope in him purified himself as, so like it, even as he is pure. So, right, man, when Yahweh Shai come back with that great strength and power, man, we going to be just like him, you know. And these people going to be, oh, man, like what's that, Biz Marquis had that song, The Vapors, they going to catch the vapors, you know. Okay, what's that in Psalms 2, and they say they're going to be reeling. I get it. Let me get this Philippians first, though. 3 and 20. And I read, 21. Well, I read 20. Philippians 3 and 20. For our conversation in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, Yahweh Shema, the Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, right? For our conversation is in heaven, which it is. You know, it's supposed to be anyway. From whence also we look for the Savior, you know, the Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body. See that? According to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. So, man, that's what we banking on, right? That's what we doing, what we supposed to be doing. While we doing what we doing, you know, for righteousness' sake also. But hey, It's gonna come a time, man, we gonna be just like Yahweh Shai with that great power. He gotta get his first though. Okay? And let's go ahead and get that. What's that? Psalms 110 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. Psalms 110 verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, right? See that? In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. Yeah. We're going to go back, if we predestined in a way, we're going back to that power, man. And these people, man, they're going to be willing in that day. They're going to be jocking you in that day. And for some of them, it's going to be too late, okay? It's going to be real. It's going to be too late, right? And let's go in, let's get Wisdom of Solomon now. I'm hoping this being, this is edifying. Let's get it. Wisdom of Solomon 5, right? Starting at 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, right? Because, hey, that's the men of the Lord, It's teaching this truth, right? Teaching the 100% truth and made no account of his labels, right? And these people, they don't make no account of what we do. I mean, you can use that as in slavery, and you can use that as what we doing now, And what we doing, we out there on the highways and byways, okay? They don't take no account of that. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for, And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. See, and that's what that lady was saying in that video pretty much, They ain't gonna know, man, listen, they don't know who's in front of them. These family members, they don't know. Men, you got, these people don't know they got prophets, men that's doing a great work, in their families, but they don't see it. You don't see it that way, right? They don't see it that way, man. So they gonna be, man, they gonna have that dumb, stupid look on their face. So yeah, man, they're gonna be amazed at our salvation. They gonna see it, even before then. And I want to get something else. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel 12 and 2. And it reads, which is going in the time of the end, right? Speaking on Jacob trouble on the first verse. But I'm just getting to the point. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, meaning in confusion, right? That's what that dust going into, And many of them, this Daniel 12 and 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. They're going to finally get it. Some to everlasting life, right? Which is hopefully I'm in that part, and the other brothers. And some to shame and everlasting contempt. These 2/3, right? Which, they talking shit, don't really see what's really going on. Okay, like I always mention in them TikTok videos that the brother out there in South Carolina be doing, the elder brother, they just shit. They gonna get a rude awakening though. Okay, and I wanna say, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Ezekiel 36. We're going into it, they gonna be they're gonna be ashamed, right? Uh, let's see. Let me try this. I believe it's in. Hold on, Slocky, bear with me. I could be spelling it wrong. Let me see if that's gonna be the word. Let me see something. Let me try it. Try to see if I can get it. Yeah, let me see. Did I spell that right? But yeah, that's the word. Let me see. Let me go back to it. Let's see. Like I did, definitely. Let me see. Slocky, bear with me. I gotta get. Let me see if I can get this one. If I can't, hell, I thought I spelled it right. That's not the one I wanted, but anyway, that's okay. That's the one. As I'm Salaki for that. Thought I could find it. It's okay. I'm gonna get this one. Get this last one. For people, talking. It's gonna be Isaiah. What's that? 41 and 11. Let me see if that's. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, this it. Let me see. Yeah, I'll start at 11. Isaiah 41 and 11. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee, right? Incensed meaning angry. That's what it goes into. Against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. See what I'm saying? And that's what the sister, that what she was saying in that video. They're going to be, talking all they noise. They're going to be confounded. They shall be as nothing. And they that strive with thee shall perish. And that's what's going to happen at the end of the day with these people. They're going to perish. Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that warred against thee, shall be as nothing. See that? And as a thing of naught, which is nothing again. Okay? For I, Yahweh Bashim Shai, thy power will hold the right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. And really, that right hand can go into Yahweh Shai, right? So yeah, man. Brothers, just keep doing what you're doing, man. These people don't, they don't know, they don't got nothing, they don't know nothing. Okay? Let them keep on talking their shit, do that. I mean, you get angry sometimes, but hey, they gonna find out in the end. And you know what? Let me get this here, cause that was on that video, on top of the video, Ezekiel 33, right? Yes. Let's see. You know what? Let me go ahead and read these right quick. It's gonna be the last one. Ezekiel 33 and 30. Start at 30. Also, thou son of man, The children of thy people still are talking against thee. See that? Talking that shit, scoffing, you know. The children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls, right? And in the doors of their houses, yeah. They don't think that the Lord don't see their asses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh Shema Shai. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they shall slacken, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. And that's our people to the T. For with their mouths, they sure thou show much love, right? Hey, Shalom, brother. Good lesson. Yeah, man, I like that. But they heart goeth after their covetousness, right? And lo, right? Meaning look, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, right? It's entertainment at them. It's entertainment of one that had a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. He's so right, they don't. Okay? This is going to be the point. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, what come to pass? All these calamities, things that's going on right now, right? We're in Jacob's trouble right now. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right? And that's what they gonna know. And that's what sums up their video too. This right here, right? These people they gonna be through. But hey, I hope this has been edifying to the point. Okay. Until next time, I'm gonna give our praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahawah Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom. Shalom to the elect.